Welcome to Prince William Public Library's English Tips. Don't and do. At this point in your academic career, you understand that the number at the bottom center there is the SOL we'll be covering, SOL 11.7. Now, I'm going to read off SOL 11.7 to you just to refresh your memory, because I'm sure you've gone through and memorized all of the SOLs on a Saturday night. But this is what it is. The student will self and peer edit writing for capitalization, punctuation, spelling, sentence structure, paragraphing, and standard English. The long and short of it is, this is going to be what you've been doing wrong when you've been writing all your essays for school, and how you can fix it without it being exhausting. Because as an 11th grader, your time is precious, you are stressed and overworked, so I will help you get through this. But first we talk about what you don't do. Don't. What's that you say? I have an essay assignment? Oh, those are easy. They're only a couple hundred words and you can crank them out. Luckily, I'm a genius, and I can go into it completely blind. I don't need to try hard at all. Whatever comes out of me will be good enough. Yay. Long and short of it is, your first draft is going to be terrible. It is a prototype. You do not use the prototype iPhone. You use the iPhone 13 or whatever they're up to. You do not use the first edition of anything. You don't wear the first sneaker. You don't drive the first car. You haven't read the first edition of that book. And me, as an actual writer, as a published novelist, trust me, when you think you are done editing, you will always discover you're not. Because your first pass, your second pass are not good. You keep knocking out these essays because you're tight on time, but you must understand what you have produced is a quick slapdash attempt. Even if you've planned it, you need to refine it. Lucky for us, you can do it, and you don't have to do it where you're stressing out, because it's not this long, arduous process. It's surprisingly easy. In the modern era, you do not have to worry about cranking out a paper handwritten. So, this means you will be likely using Microsoft Word, Google Docs, or some other system for it, right? Which brings to you a plethora of new tools. Autocorrect, syntax assistance, grammar adjustments, Microsoft Word, Google Docs, Scrivener, tons of different writing programs will immediately steer you towards suggestions. You need to review them, and sometimes those programs are wrong, but they are a tool that can make your life easier. To this day, I still struggle with spelling the word archipelago. Thankfully, autocorrect is always there to help me out. I cannot tell you how many hours as a professional writer I have saved myself by using all the tools available to me. It also helps when dealing with publication. If you are to publish something, it will be out there forever. So, taking a moment just to read over what you have produced will save you embarrassment. Please, just review. Now, with that said, you might already be doing that. And there may not be any technical issues or grammar problems within your writing, but it may not be smooth. It may not have that geared, oiled level of polish you really want. In that case, a trick that I do is you go to your peers, of course, and instead of you having to lock a peer in a chair and have them read it, you can always share it with them on Google Docs. You can, best of all, read it out loud to them. Let's say they're doing something, they're tinkering in the garage, or you guys are out on the bus or something. You can read it out loud to them. That way you hear it as well as them. When that essay moves through different parts of your brain and body, through your mouth, it processes a lot more through your headspace. You don't just have to read it and understand what the words are saying. You actually read it out loud. You can catch different indiscrepancies. You can catch bad writing. If you repeat the same word too often, your mouth will tell you that before your brain does. Reading it out loud is a fantastic way of catching ideas. So to review, utilize online tools to polish, read it out loud, sometimes I do that even to myself, and have someone you trust review it. And it can be an exchange. Hey, can you read this essay for me and I will read yours? Just give notes. You can highlight. You can just point things out. Again, Google Docs as well as Microsoft Word have fantastic editing tools, and I use them professionally. It will save you a lot of time and give you the layer of polish you need. Additionally, last but not least, if you can, you can't always, but if you can, take time out between completing your first draft and revising. I tend to complete a work by contract, or if I'm working on a novel or short story, and then I let it sit for a while before I go back to it. And by that I mean sometimes days. If I have the luxury, I'll even sit on a novel for a month or two. So if you know an essay is coming up at the end of the quarter, get that first ugly draft out of the way a few weeks prior, and then revisit it at a more relaxed pace. Your work will be better for it.